Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Challenge with Livorno. Now in today's episode we're going to be playing Fiorentina in Serie A. They are currently sitting in 5th position in the table, so it will be a difficult challenge. But we are playing them at home, so hopefully we can maybe get something from the game. And let's go take a look to see how we've got on since we signed the new boys in January. So Crotone were the final game of the January transfer window. We played them on the deadline day and we did beat them 2-1. Samuel Longo and Ronaldo Vieira, one of our new boys, got the goals. Lucas Ocampos equalised for them in the 53rd minute, but we managed to hold on for the 3 points. And before we go any further, there is actually one out that we completely missed because it was at the very end of the January transfer window. When we signed our new Norwegian central midfielder, Domenico Mangano kicked up a huge fuss about it. He did not want to be at the club anymore. Any conversation with him went incredibly poorly. And he had a £2 million minimum fee release clause, which Milan came and activated straight away. So one of our youngsters who we promoted a couple of seasons back has now left. But to be honest with you, he was probably the worst one. He didn't really progress as much as you would hope him to. Maybe he will do at Milan, maybe he won't, but he's left the club for £2 million. We then hosted Roma at home, an absolutely fantastic performance. Best performance of the season so far, easily. Nicola Maru got us a goal in the 14th minute. We managed to keep Patrick Schick quiet, which is something we don't usually do. So to get 3 points, back-to-back wins, absolutely huge. Then back to normal though, away at Torino. Nayang gave them a goal in the 27th minute. David Agazi got himself sent off in the 61st, which pretty much meant our game was over. And as you can see by the stats, Torino did dominate. We then had a home tie against bottom of the table Lecce, and I thought this one was going to slip away from us. Anta Koric missed a penalty in the 41st minute, and I honestly thought we were going to get away with this with a draw, which would have been hugely disappointing. But Belangiuoli got us a goal in the 86th minute, which meant 3 wins in the last 4. Unbelievable compared to what we were doing. Another victory, this time away at Udinese. They did dominate this match, and they could feel very harshly done by getting beat, but Luca Mattazelli gave us the lead in the 30th minute, and they had, for all the possession and shots and stuff, they didn't really create anything clear cut, so we'll take another 3 points, back-to-back wins. 3 wins on the bounce. Bologna were in 19th position when we played them in this game. Skirbeck got himself his first goal of his Livorno career. He's actually been incredibly disappointing since we've signed him up. We'll have a talk about the new boys once we've done with the fixtures. Shea Bacassa and Samuel Longo getting themselves a goal as well. Antonio Russo and Emil Kraft made it interesting in the 91st minute, but they couldn't get back into the game, and we got another 3 points. We then went away to Juventus, which I was considering doing the live com from, but I didn't fancy live coming on a 7-0, but that didn't happen. Gonzalo Higuain put Juventus 1-0 up in the 36th minute, and we managed to hang on to not get completely destroyed. And in the final game before we'll play Fiorentina was a home tie against AC Milan, and they just dominated us. Lucas Paqueta got himself a goal in the 2nd minute. Andrea Silva and Spinazzola got the other goals for Milan, and they didn't really get out of first gear, and they still dominated us. So this is how the league table looks after them games. A lot healthier than how we left it in January. We are currently only 2 points clear from 18th place Cagliari, but we are in 25th position, which is huge. And if we can keep up the sort of form we've had since the January transfer window, we might even see ourselves rise a little bit. But main concern, avoiding that relegation. Now in terms of the new boys, probably the best one has been Marek Rodak. He's kept us in a lot of games. He's performing at a 6.96. He's only conceded 8 goals in 8 games, which for a side like us is absolutely huge, keeping 3 clean sheets in that time as well. So I'm quite happy with his signing. Ricardo Marqueza has kept a 6.96 average rating in the 8 games he's played since joining the club. He is definitely our best centre-back, and I think we did very well again for as cheap as we did, particularly because he's Italian. He's only 24 years old, and he's still got a little bit of potential to grow. Nut Jonsgaard has played 8 games as well with 1 assist, a 6.72 average rating, a little bit disappointing. But you can expect that from our attacking players considering we're not actually scoring that many goals. But he's progressing nicely, his physicals are excellent, 18 years old, he's going to be a star. And Nej Skrbek, however you say his name, 8 appearances, 1 goal and a 6.56 average rating. We haven't figured out how to get the most out of this guy. But as you can see by his stats, he's clearly our best striker on paper anyway. So we're going to keep playing him regardless of how he's performing. As long as we keep getting the wins, that is all that matters. Oh, I completely missed Ronaldo Vieira. He has the highest average rating of our new boys with a 7.01 average rating. 8 appearances, 1 goal and 0 assists. He's for £90,000 on the wages he was on. It was just stupid not to have done it. Them are the sort of signings you would expect your director of football to make, because it's just a no-brainer. But that's enough of that. That leads us to today's game against Fiorentina, which will be at home in Serie A. Let's see how we get on. So this is the lineup that we're going to go with today. Rodak will start in goal. Belangioli, Balbuena, Marqueza and Muru in defence. Agazi, Vieira, Jonsgaard and Galvan will be our diamond. Shibakasa and Skrbek will be up top. Antakoric is suspended, as is Matlazelli, who would usually be starting. So we've had an impressive run of form recently. I think it's 5 wins in the last 8 games, which is stupendous considering we got beat 7 in a row before that. So we've dug ourselves out of trouble, but it'll be very easy to slip back into it. So you've got to bank on these sort of home games, and hopefully we can get something for today. Highlight Hakan Çalhanoğlu with a free kick. That was literally about 2 seconds after I stopped talking. So yeah, not a great start. Çalhanoğlu, great free kick. Rodak could maybe do a little bit better, but he couldn't keep it out on this occasion. And we're 1-0 down. Another highlight, of corner this time by Çalhanoğlu. We managed to half get it clear, but it falls to Benassi on the edge of the box. An assist by Germain Pizzella and a goal by Marco Benassi puts Fiorentina 2-0 up. Yeah, we're definitely not out of trouble. You know, we're not performing great, let's just say. We do have a bit more grit about us, and defensively we do seem a little bit more solid since the last time we met, but as you can see by this, it can all go wrong pretty quickly. Cedric down this right hand side plays the ball at Çalhanoğlu. You can expect the ball to be played in at any point. Oh my god, Brian Ocampo. What a goal that was. And is that our keeper's fault? We'll have to say this in 3D. I've just been praising him as our best signing of the January transfer window, but you know, on this look at this appearance, he should do better with that, shouldn't he? Or am I just being too critical? I don't know. But 3-0 down, 33 minutes in is not ideal. There is a highlight straight after kick-off. Hopefully we might make this interesting. Galvan with the ball now, driving at the Fiorentina defence. Muru on this left-hand side falls to Galvan on the edge. What a strike that was. What a goal that is. Antakoric is out today through suspension, and Galvan is staking his place for today's team. Koric has been, I'll not lie, he's been absolutely terrible this season. So if Galvan can start doing that more and more, he will find himself back in the first 11. Agazi has picked up a knock on Çalhanoğlu, nearly with another free kick. But we'll keep him on at half-time, and we'll probably try and get him off at half-time. We are criminally short in centre midfield in terms of quality in the depth positions. So that will be something we'll look at in the summer. Skrbek has been sent over the top by Balbuena. In a more confident Skrbek is scoring that, but unfortunately he's just so low on confidence right now. And that's it, half-time. We're going to get Agazi off. I'm going to actually bring on Aidan Flint in at the defensive midfielder position. And we're going to take him off the playmaker role, just so he could maybe make us a little more defensively solid. 70 minutes in, we've went to attack and I try and go for this a little bit, see if we can maybe pull another goal back, but that was an absolutely awful corner by Galvan. And now Ocampo is through in behind. Oh, very tight angle, and he manages to beat our keeper but hit the post. 15 minutes to go. We'll look to make some changes. We're going to bring on Gasparo for Nicola Muru. And we're going to get off Jonsgaard for Domenico Mungo because he's just not performing very well. Highlight now, Galvan with the corner. Fails to beat the first man again, but we managed to keep possession through Aidan Flint. Domenico Mungo to Gasparo to Marqueza. We need some width, boys. There's Belangioli with loads of space, and we'll give the ball away, and Fiorentina can come away with it. Alisson Plea nearly gets them 4-1 up. 86 minutes in, not long to go in this one. Belangioli with the ball over the top. Skrbek is through again, but I've got no confidence that he's going to score. 15 seconds to go in this match. We do have possession quite high up the pitch. Galvan gets blocked by Cedric, and that's going to be all she wrote for this match. Fiorentina 3, Livorno 1. A little bit disappointing, I'll not lie. I was hoping to maybe scrape through a draw. Maybe a late goal might have earned us a point, but unfortunately it wasn't made in today's game. And yeah, we're still very much in trouble. The gap is still 2 points between us and 18th, but 16th place Fiorentina. 16th place Fiorentina. Roma. I can't believe that. I didn't realise they were so far down. and Crotone in 17th both have games in hand on us. Crotone have 2 games in hand. So I think it's probably safe to presume we might end up falling to 17th once all the games have caught up with themselves. So 2 points clear from Cagliari in 18th. That's the target. In terms of the next episode, it's probably going to be against Sampdoria or Pescara, one of them two. And then obviously we'll have the final game of the season after that. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you're enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.